Welcome back to another tutorial on making spine dangles or tassels, whatever, junk journal jewelry, whatever you want to call it. So today we will need a few tools. One of these. Do you have any jewelry wire? So I found this in a bag that I got at a thrift store, and it is very thin and very easy to move. So I thought I'd use some of this. If not, maybe. Also, I found this odd thread that's gold. Maybe you have some sort of odd thread. And since I have these gold items that I just don't use very often, I also found a little turtle in gold and a gold safety pin and jump ring, so I attached him there. So I'm going to be using that, and I don't know, maybe we'll use some gold buttons. We'll see. I even have a few other things here that has gold on it. But look, isn't that cute? So yeah, I just found some little things because with this one, I used some of that gold wire, and that is how we would hang it on the edge of a journal so it could hang down. And I had another little turtle. So I thought we'd just come along and make another one. And I would show you. So this is using jewelry wire or a metallic thread of some sort. I don't really know what this is. There's no label, but we'll set this aside. So I almost forgot. Now see, I have two places. I have a place I sit and I have a place behind me where I stand. So if I sit, I often forget to choose a new note for us because these sit behind me right on my desk where I stand to work. So for today, if we can open this. Here is our verse for today. Psalm 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. Let me ask you this question. Does a worship song of any sort come to mind when you see this verse? There's one that comes to my mind, and it says, we will be still and know that he is God. It's a song we sing at church. Anyway, this is our verse for the day. So I will set this one next to me while we work today. So here's what I have decided I will use. I've got some of this kind of lace, and I have some ribbon, and this looks like, the stuff that you find in your sweatshirt that you tie through your hoodie to get your hood closer to your face. It's in yellow. And I have a couple of these. I don't really know what it is, but I grabbed a couple of those. And then I went ahead and I cut a few strands of this gold thread. And I thought we'd add that. And so you just lay your stuff out. It doesn't matter how. And we're going to cut a little piece of this gold thread because we are going to cheat, if that's what you want to call it. It just actually helps. So what we shall do is grab this in the middle and then pull it like this. Now, if you notice, the items are not exactly in the middle. If you want to, you can go back and trim. See how they're not exact, but I'm going to ignore that for now, and I'm going to wait till we're done, and I'll do some trimming at the very end. So in the middle, we're just going to take this and put it underneath, and we're going to tie a knot. In the description box below, I will leave the playlist to the other videos for this tassel spine dangle journal jewelry making playlist, because this is video number 3. So we've done 2 other kinds. All right, so we've got that together. I'm going to tie it a 3rd time. Now you don't have to do this part. I do it just to help hold things together. I'm going to cut that real short. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here with a piece of this wire. And I'm going to turn this upside down so the knot will be inside. And I'm going to pull this, put this together evenly, I hope. And then pull it up there and twist a couple times. That's going to hold this in place. And then once I do that, making sure that knot is down towards the ground, we're going to hold it and pull everything together. There we go. And we've got these funky antennas on top. And what we will do next, let's see, is create that loop at the top for a safety pin or bulb pin or something to go into. And so all I did was I took our handy dandy pencil and I put it right there, and I pulled this up and twisted a couple times. So there's once, twice. Let's do 3 times. Why not? Okay, and then I'm going to wrap down around the pencil a couple times. Now, you don't have to do this part. I just kind of thought it looks interesting. Now I'm going to pull the pencil out, and we do have 3 loops in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one, and I'm going to put it through the loop and pull. See if I can get it through. Pull. And I'm going to keep doing that a few times. Again, you don't have to. I'm just doing this. It makes it, it gives a little character, and maybe it strengthens it. Who knows? I don't know. I thought it might be kind of cool. All right, now we'll do the same thing with the other side. We'll come in here and wrap it a few times. 1, 2, 3. Come on, go in there. 4. Okay. I'm actually going to do number 5 because I want it to be down towards the bottom when I start my next thing. Okay. Come on, guy. Get over there. Now, he's not playing nicely, so I'm just gonna squish him up. Okay, so we have our circle. Find our middle here. Make sure that knot thing is on the bottom again. We're going to create a head next, but we got to do something with these. So it was supposed to have gone down to the bottom. It didn't. I missed the hole. Oh, because I'm not wearing my reading glasses, so I didn't notice that it didn't go through the hole. Y'all were probably like, hello, Dawn, it didn't go in. Okay, so we have these 2 things sticking out. What I'm going to do is wrap them around that right down there. So I'll take one and kind of push it up out of the way. And then this one I'll wrap from behind. And quite a few times. I'm actually going to go quite a bit because this was so long, and just keep wrapping and kind of pulling as I go. We don't want it too loose. And then I'm going to come back with this one here and go the other way. So this needs to get up out of the way. I'm doing it just to kind of give this piece here a little more interest, if you will. So wrap and wrap and wrap. Okay, and then whenever you decide you're done, just twist them together a few times. And my wire, I don't need wire cutters because this is so thin and flimsy, so I can cut them right off and they will go flying. And now you have a pokey sticking out. We don't want that. You can use your fingers or this and just squish it up there. All right, we got it. Any pokage? Nope. So we have that. It does look like a bit of a mess, but it's a fun mess. Okay, so now we need to create the head. So just pull everything down however you'd like it. And we're going to take, not those stray pieces, we're going to take another little piece and we're going to wrap it around, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 1 inch down here. And so I'll take one end and wrap one way, pulling tight. The other end, wrap. And I'm just going to wrap and wrap until the amount of wire I cut off is almost used up. And I didn't measure, so you don't have to measure either. You just, enough to wrap around. Now, we're left with these two. They need to wrap around each other a couple times. And then we're gonna do a little loop-de-loo using this. I'll start with this one, okay. You're going to put this at the very tip and squeeze and turn. And then move it. Turn. So you have this. Stick it back in there. Turn. And we're just going to keep doing, I know that's not a circle, but I'm going to say a circle. Because after we get it all the way down, we can reshape it if we want to. Now, if you have jewelry tools, this is going to be a lot easier for you. So now we have a kind of rounded mess. And so let's do this one. Round and round we go till it's down there. Now we have two, and I just want to bring them together. So I'm gonna move them around and then squish together. So now we have a bit of a mess and they're sticking out. I don't want them sticking out. I want them sticking up. See? And because they're so movable, I can squish it. And that just gives the head a little bit of pizzazz, if you will, right? I don't know. So now we've got that. It is ready to hang. But I am now thinking I would like to add the turtle. So on here, I used a safety pin and I went through that little hole. I didn't push the hole up there. But I think with this one, let's undo the safety pin first. I think with this, I'm going to make it go through that wire, or no, you know what? Let's just safety pin it directly to some of this lace. So you could use any charm that you want to. Anything you've got. I tend to not use my charms. I forget I have them, so I thought, why not? And voila. Now, what about adding some of these jewels? This little tiny guy here. One of these little golden threads is what I'm going to use. But that's about where I want it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot for it to stay in place. So now we have our pretty diamond on there. Do you like frayed edges, or do you like nice, clean cut edges? Or are you like me and you just kind of change now and then? So what should we use next? You know, I've got these beads and they have a tiny hole. I have glue all over my hands. Let's see if we can get this in that tiny hole. Oh, it worked. Should I do 1, 2? You know what? We'll do the 1, and then this, it's not a button, but it wants to be a button thing. Have you seen the other playlist videos? Did you make any dangles? Let me know in the comments if you did, what you used, because we aren't all going to have the same supplies. It'd be fun to know what kind of things you have. You know, if you have, say you actually have some of this metallic thread in silver, and you have a ton of it, like I have a ton of gold, and you want to swap, let me know. I'll send you some gold, you send me some silver, or maybe you have a different color. You know, we could share. But for now, we all have different supplies, don't we? And I'm going to cut the end of that off. Where'd our little shiny go? There it is. Okay. Now we've got 2 more. Maybe we should just use them. And then, oh, you know what I've got sitting here? Look at this. It's just off an old piece of jewelry. Not my jewelry, but something I found at the thrift store. We have an animal shelter thrift store here. So you can donate your items, and then when people purchase them, or when you purchase things, the money actually goes to the true no-kill shelter here in Crook County. And it helps feed the dogs, the cats, the whatever animals they've got there. But it also helps with veterinary bills and things like that. Okay, so where'd you go? There you are. How fun. We have 1 more. I have this last gold button here. There we go. Okay, and there we have it. You can use jewelry wire on your tassels. Let me know what you think. Are you going to try it? Really, it is not that hard, especially if you have this wire that bends easily. Oh, it's a slinky. Okay, so I will be back with yet another tassel video, but let's wait about a week or so because I have a few other things up my sleeve first. So thanks for being here. Can I ask you a huge favor? Will you click like on this video? I shall see you later, and just know I'm going to be putting a bunch of tassels in my Ko-fi shop. So I'll leave that link to my Ko-fi shop down in the description box as well. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.